All right, here we go. Mic check, testing 1, 2, 3. Can anybody out there hear me? If you can. Basically, the Bulldogs blinked first, and Academy walked away with the win with a 64-61, I believe, win. But the Bulldogs played hard, and it was a super impressive game. Never been more proud of them in that kind of an effort. Link Academy, just strictly a basketball-trained school that recruits players, so the Bulldogs should be super proud. Thanks, Corey Clean. All right, we're going to get ready All right, here we go. Carl Junction, the visitors on the scoreboard. Brian Hanks, number 0. Maddox Shorter. Had a great night last night. Maddox Shorter was a hot hand. The birthday boy yesterday, Deacon Endicott. Been 18 for an official one day. Rashawn McDonald, number 5. And last but not least, Brody the Pant, number 22. Never been out hustled in anything. Carson Anderson, number 0. Trey Turner, number 2. Number 14, Jackson Adams. The big man, number 24, Hudson Matheson. And Mason Young, number 25. That's your starting lineup for both teams. Let's see here. We got enough view. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not getting too tight. Looks like Endicott with a tip to take the tip. Going up against the big man, number 24, which is Matheson. We're off to the races. Looks like tip by Webb. Control the ball to Turner, to Anderson, back to Turner. Turner at the top, setting some up. Here comes Anderson at the top to take over. Adams on the far side. Picked up by Hanks. Nowhere to go for Anderson. Looks to dish it to, who is that? Adams. Back to Turner. So 7:38. Fox just getting started on this game. Playing for third place here. Turner has a look, goes to the corner. Turner underneath, going to pick it back out to Adams. Adams going to drive in for the layup. It's high on the backboard. It's going to be no good. And Hanks gets the tip, but Turner comes in, gets the rebound. It's going to be a bounce pass, bad pass by Turner. Here's Shorter. Shorter gets it down to Pant in the corner. Pant's going to drive in. He's going to go straight to the hole. Short finger roll. No good. He wants the foul. No call. Rebound by Young. Gets it down. Gets it to Adams. To the corner, Anderson. Anderson looks. Picked up by Endicott and Shorter. Out to the top. The long 3 by Mathis. And it's in. Cardinals jump out to the 3-point. Sorry, I froze up there. Turner gets a ball across the half. 6:31 in the first. Cardinals lead by 3. Anderson underneath to the big man, 25, Mason Young. And he's going to get a travel as Endicott gets away with a big push in the back. So letting them play both ways. So we'll take it. One thing the Bulldogs are good at is physical play. So they have no problem with that. Hanks far side, gets it across the half to Shorter. Shorter's going to drive to the corner, and it's going to be a throwaway. As Young gets it, hits Anderson on the run. Anderson comes in, and he's going to get a hard foul by Hanks. Shot's no good as Anderson goes to the line. Anderson goes to the line. We got Endicott, McDonald, Pant, and Shorter. The rebound looks like Shorter steps away, and Hanks is back. Anderson's first shot is no good. Off the front of the rim. Here's Pant in the corner. He's going to dribble around the hole here pretty quick. Pant gets it into Hanks on the bad pass inbound. It's going to be a turnover on the Bulldogs. Here comes Adams. He gets the charge as Shorter gets on the tracks, and the train hits him square on. So Adams gets called with his first personal. Here comes subs. We got JoJo Ballard coming in and Cooper Vedix coming in. Looks like McDonald and Shorter go to the bench. Vedix missed last night, was under the weather. Hopefully he's up and running tonight. Going to go back to Vedix near side. Vedix all the way to the wide open Martin. Martin's got the hot hand last night, and he still does. You don't want him getting hot. Ball gets down the court. Anderson on the far side. Looks no good, or doesn't take the shot. Turner's going to drive in. He gets him in the air. Somehow a no call. So they're letting him play. Both sides, so can't complain. Here comes the trap as Hanks in the corner. He's going to find Endicott on the far side. 4:50 first period. Hanks got the wide open look. Vedix in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. He goes in. He goes up against Mason. It's going to be tipped away. Out of bounds on Matheson. I'm sorry. Matheson gets a block on the ball. Comes down with it and out of bounds. So Bulldogs keep it inbound at their own end. 4:42 first period. Fighting for game 3 here. Vedix to inbound. And here comes Martin. He's going to go all the way to the top to Ballard. Ballard sidesteps. He sees Hanks. Hanks got the look from the 3. It's in the air. No good. Vedix goes up. It's going to be tipped by the big man, Young. It's rough out there. Both sides, so we'll take it. Martin bounced past the Ballard. Ballard's going to elevate. Off the rim. No good. Bulldogs trail right now by 1. 3-4 with 4:21 in the first period. Turner at the top underneath the Mathis. Adams for the 3 from the corner. It's going to be no good. Turner gets the rebound. Bulldogs getting out rebound right now on both sides of the ball. Anderson for 3. It looks off. Vedix gets the rebound, and it's going to be a big foul. And I believe Turner, as Vedix tries to reel it in, and Turner goes to get. Nope, Mason Young picks it up. So Young gets his first foul, which is, I think, third foul of the game. Webb City with 2 personals, or total team fouls. CJ with 1. I feel like that's backwards. Hanks in the near wing, goes to Martin. Martin looks. Bounce past to Ballard. Ballard's going to try to power in. He sees Vedix in the corner for 3. In for 3. Cooper Vedix takes the lead. Got to find you. Where are you, Coop? Mason Young at the other end. Shot's no good. Vedix goes up, pulls it down, and Young's got him tied up. Good board by Cooper Vedix after a 3-point shot, and he goes down and gets the rebound and gets Young in foul number 2. So Young goes to the bench, and number 4, Slade Hurt, checks in. Number 4, senior. Here comes Hanks. Hits it to Martin on the far side. Martin with a crazy hot hand last night. If you got to watch that game, it was impressive. Here's Martin. He's got the look. It's off the rim. Vedix goes to the rebound. It's going to tip. Looks like Holden and Martin collide, as Martin's going to get called for that one. Martin's going to get called, number 13. Trying to see who did. Oh, Holden checked in for Anderson. I was like, where did he come from? 3:15 first period. Pant goes to the score table. Turner at the top for the Cardinals. Goes to Young, Matheson. Got Slade Hurt on this side. Looks. Pump fakes no good. The big man takes the 3-point shot, and it's in. Matheson for 3. Does a good job. Pretty strong underneath and at the 3-point line, so kudos to that young man. Bounce pass to Hanks. Hanks back over to Martin. Almost throws it into the second row. Good thing that Martin's got the long arm. He's going to shoot the short jumper as he gets tied up. A lot of contact under there. Here's Deacon Endicott. Drives in. Finger roll. Come on. Jiminy. It's rough. Both sides. Here's Adams for 3 from the corner. Take the lead. 10-6. Timeout. Bulldogs. Bulldogs going to have to toughen it up a little bit on the drive to the hole. So 2:26 first period. The Bulldogs trail by 4, 6-10. We'll take a few second timeout. Here's the College Station Boys streaming network here in Carthage, Missouri, playing for Game 3. Hey, welcome back, Bulldog Nation. Here come your Bulldogs, Ballard, Vedix, Endicott, Martin, and Pant. Looks like the Bulldogs inbound on the opposite end, so Vedix like he's going to throw it in to Pant. Turner and Slay are hurt at the half court. Bounce pass to Vedix, back to Pant. Chris Krause get it across. It's going to be a tip away, and it's going to be a foul called on Turner for a reach. So Turner picks up his first. Trey Turner. I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Yep. So Turner's got his first foul. Payne gets it into Vedix. Back to Pan to the far corner, or far side. Here's Endicott. They're going to hit Ballard on the run. Ballard's going to drive in. It's going to be a throwaway. Turner comes down with it. Bulldog turnover. Here's Matheson for a three-point. Vedix with the rebound. Quick out to Endicott. Endicott goes up. He's got the look, and it's in for two. Deacon Endicott. Home run pass from Vedix. Endicott finishes. Turner at the top, picked up by Ballard. He's just going to run right into him. Trying to draw that foul, though it's a no call. He must not be watching the game. And let's see who gets this one. Pant came up with the face, making the face. So let's see, is it 20? Nope, it's going to be on. It's on 13. Who? 13. Oh, Martin, sorry. I didn't even see Martin around the ball, so I must have missed a reach in there. Adams the inbound for the Cardinals. Looks like Smith checks in. You got Slade Hurt shooting the three. No good off the front of the rim as Ballard gets rebound. Vedix with the long pass to Endicott. Here's Martin. He's going to drive in. He's just going to go with the short jumper floater. No good. Pant goes up to rebound. Comes down with it. It's going to be a jump ball. Pant wanting a foul. Wanting some contact in there. Maddox Shorter checks in as Kobe Martin checks out. Get the hydration station. Adams brings it down. Inbound by Matheson. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Smith gets himself a one extra step. So a turnover as Grayson Smith takes an extra step. Travel. Going the other way. Gift for the Bulldogs. Got a chance here to tie it up. 10-8. Trail by 2. 1:08 first period. Shorter is going to drive in. He goes to the corner to Pant. Pant underneath the Endicott. Endicott back to Shorter. Shorter's going to drive in. Vedix from the corner for three. No good. Looks like Pant comes down with it. He's going to try to elevate, it looks like. Oh, my gosh. Blow the whistle. Demon E. Golly. Sorry. There's letting them play, and then there's just a little too much. It's both sides. I mean, it's not unfair. It's just it's going to get out of control one of those games. This team already has a high competitive rate between each other. Pant inbound. It's going to be tipped on the inbound. The turnover by the Bulldogs with 45 seconds. Quick out to Holt. Holden's going to drive in. He's going to elevate. Short floater. It's going to be off. Rebound by Young to Hurd for three. In for three. Bulldogs looking a little bit sloppy right now. Turnovers and bad passes as there's another one. As Shorter turns it over. Here comes Adams to Trey. Adams steps back for three. No good. And that's going to be a push in the back by it's either Vedix, Pant. So Pant gets a push in the back. We got Hanks and McDonald checking in for Pant and Endicott. As the Cardinals get the inbound underneath their basket. It's 13-8. Bulldogs trail right now with 18.4 seconds left in the first period. Turner gets it into Hurd. Hurd coming off three-point shot. Gets it to Turner. Picked up by Ballard. At the top, here comes McDonald. Thought he'd take a little reach. Wait for that last second shot. We're down to 8, 7, 6. Looking to get that open. Here's Hurd at the top. 3, 2, 1. And Vedix gets the block, and it's no good. Turner sit on it and run out of time. He goes to shoot, and Vedix puts a hand up and just blocks it. So the Cardinals blew that chance at a last second shot as Vedix got there. Into the first period, Bulldogs 8, Cardinals 13. We'll take a few second time out. You're listening to the Carl Gentry Boys Streaming Network here in Carthage, Missouri. Final game, playing for third place. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Bulldog Nation. Webb City Cardinals, if you're joining us today. Playing for third game and third place. Here comes Ballard, Vidic, Shorter, Hanks, and McDonald. Looks like it's going to be Webb City ball on the inbound. Far side half is Young. Mason Young goes to inbound. Should get it into Turner as... All right, here we go. Clock started. Second period. Here comes Turner. He's going to try to drive in. Goes back to Young underneath the Matheson. It's going to be out of bounds. There, that's that bump and grind on the other end. So, hey, can't look up whenever you don't get it both ways. So, it's just rough. We'll take it. No calls both ways. 7:44. Second period. Hanks, near side, goes back to Shorter. Got to be careful on those airmail passes. He's going to go to Shorter. Vidic is on the corner. He's going to drive in. And he gets fouled on the floor by, I think it's going to be on Young, 24. Or, let's see. Matheson. Let me look here. See who he calls it on. Nope, 2. That's Turner. So Turner picks up his second. Turner, a good ball handler, one of the main ones. Gets it into Vidic. Vidic tries to pass it to Turner. Turner blocks it out of bounds. We're going to do it again as the Bulldogs are going to inbound from the side this time, still underneath their basket. Vidic gets it into Shorter. 7:28 on the clock. Goes to Hanks. Back to Shorter. Shorter looks. Going to bring it on the top. He sees McDonald underneath. He's going to elevate. Oh! Shot rims out on a slow spinner. It's going to be a foul on 25. So Mason Young picks up his third. So Mason's going to go back to the bench as Holden Johnson checks in. 7:18 in the second period. First shot is good for McDonald, or shot McDonald, that is. That'll hurt with Young on the bench. Looks like Turner on the bench. Anderson, Johnson, Adams, Matheson, and Hurd on the court. Here's Anderson. Anderson fouled by Shorter. Shorter tries to turn him when they collide. Just past the half. 7:13. 9-13 Bulldogs. Trail. Anderson goes back, courts to Adam. Adams to Anderson. Anderson looks. He's going to go to the corner. Matheson. Matheson, the big man, does a good job. Send it back to the top. Here's Matheson. He's going to pull the trigger on the long one, and it's going to be no good. Shorter with the rebound. 6:55 first period as Shorter comes barreling down the court. Sees Vidic. Vidic is going to drive in. He's going to see it's going to be a bad pass by Vidic. Turnover. Matheson. It's going to be it's going to be another turnover of the Cardinals. Here comes Shorter. He's just going to keep it, drive in, and in for 2. As Shorter just elevates and defies gravity. 1 2-point game. 6:31 second period. Matheson on the top goes to Hurd in the corner. Hurd fakes, shoots, no good. Vidic with the rebound. Vidic's going to hand it off to Hanks. Hanks going to go it away out of bounds, and so it's going the other way as the Cardinals get a gift from the gods. Matheson gets it into Adams. Here's McDonald. Let's see what happens here. Going to slow him down a little bit here. And McDonald gets a tip on it. They're about out of time as Hurd gets the ball past the half. They go to the far side. Anderson looks. Here comes Vidic to defend. Adams in the corner. Guarded by Ballard. Go back to Matheson. Matheson's got a heck of a range, and Adams on the three-point shot from the corner. Looks like Vidic is going to get the rebound off the tip of McDonald. Here's Shorter. He's looking, goes baseline. He's going to go clear across to Ballard. Here's McDonald for three. Rims out. No good. Matheson goes up to get it. 5:41. Second period. Webb City out rebounding the Bulldogs right now. Here's Hurd for three. Looks good from this angle. And it is. 16-11 as the Bulldogs, or the Cardinals expand their lead. Vidic to McDonald. He's got an open drive. Short floater. In for two. Close that gap back down to three with 5:13. Here's Matheson. Matheson to Adams. Matheson's got an open look. Almost too much time. Nope. Just right about as he makes it. 19-13. Back up by 6. 5:02. Second period. Vidic to Hanks. Hanks looks. He's going to go back to Vidic. Vidic's got the three-point shot locked in. No good. Johnson with the rebound. It's going to be a takeaway by, nope, it's going to be called foul on Rashad McDonald. I can hear it up here, but I've heard a lot, so. Ballard goes out. Endicott comes in. Hanks goes out, and Pant comes in. Inbound on the opposite end by the Cardinals with 4:46, second period. Adams at the top, guarded by Pant, going to drive in. Here comes Matheson. Matheson's going to elevate. It's going to be a little short. Shorter with the rebound off the front of the rim. He's looking. He's going to bounce past Endicott. Endicott looks. He might have an open lane. He's going to drive in. Hits McDonald. They're going to spin it. Here's Vidic. Vidic's going to drive. Vidic's going to drive in. Call it! Golly. Just getting clobbered. Sorry. Adams on the far side. He's going to drive in. He's going to go up and shoot. 21-13 as the Cardinals expand their lead by 8. Houston checks in for the Cardinals at the table. Vidic to Shorter. Here's Vidic. He's got a look. Nope, he's got Pant in the corner for three. And it's going to be a little bump and grind, I think, off the ball. Foul on probably Rashad the way they're talking. Oh, nope. Hudson Matheson picks up his first off-ball foul. It's been a push in the back. Pant inbound as Young back in the game. Tries to defend the inbound. See Shorter out here at the top. Gets it to him. Picked up by Smith and Anderson. Here comes Endicott for the short roll. In for two. Deacon Endicott. Down to a 6-point lead. Chipping away here at 3:32. Second period. Anderson at the top. He's going to drive in. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to go ahead and shoot. It's going to be no good. Endicott. Anderson to the reach. Yep. Gets it. Gets the call. So foul on Anderson. He picks up his first. 3:19 with 15-21. Bulldogs trail right now by 6. Bounce past the Pant. Pant's going to go to the corner. Here's Martin for three. It's in the air. Rims out. Nobody to rebound for the Bulldogs. Adams. Spin move. Almost loses control. He gets it to Grayson Smith for three. It's going to be no good. Rebound by Pant. On the far side. Brings it down. He's got his eyes wide open looking. Looks like he's going to put his head down. Nope. Hits Shorter on the run. Shorter picked up by Smith. One thing that the Cardinals are really good at is the trap. Pant. Goes up the layup, no good. 2:41, second period, 15-21 right now. Walk. Jeez. Adams at the top. Gonna drive in. That's a big old travel again, no call. Shot's no good by Adams as Endicott comes down with it. It's McDonald on the run. McDonald near side is gonna drive in. There's gonna be no call. And one! Rashad McDonald goes up strong and just makes them blow the whistle, finally. McDonald's got a chance at a three-point play here with a 2:16 left in the second half. 17-21, down by 4. Could bring it back to a one-possession game here with a one shot. Let's see who just checked in. I think Matheson checked in. Look like Hurd checking in. And Holden Johnson checking in. Here comes Smith and Anderson. Shot for McDonald is no good. Rebound by Young. Hands off to Matheson. Far side, dribbles down. He's got long range. Stay with him. Hurd to Matheson. Swings it around to Adams at the top, 204. He's going to bring it out. See if he can spread him out a little bit. Trying to get something going here. Pan comes up, gets away with the reach. Adams drives in. Finger roll, no good. It's going to be ripped up by Endicott. In a sea of arms, Endicott comes down with it, hits Pan on the run. Pan's going to drive in, goes baseline. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by the big man. That's in Matheson. Ballard checking in for McDonald for the Bulldogs. 1:40 left in the first half. 17-21 as the Bulldogs trail by 4. See if we can get a quick bucket here. Into Martin. Martin's going to shoot from the free throw line on a jumper. In for 2. Kobe Martin. Just got to find him here. Adams at the top. 2-point game. 125. Bulldogs chipping away here as Johnson at the top. Back to Adams. Here comes Pan out to test the waters. Backs him way up to half court. He's going to drive in, and that's going to be a finally. Golly. Another walk as Adam finally gets called for it. Third one in a row. Whoosh. Looks like a little kid trying to stop with the roller skates. You just see that little toe just bouncing. 1:10 left in the first half, 19-21. Inbound is shorter. Got a chance to tie it up here or take the lead. There's Ballard. We got the three-point shot from Martin, and it's in there. Bulldogs take the lead on the hot hand of Kobe Martin, 22-21. 50 seconds left. We got Matheson drives in. He's going to lose it. Here comes Shorter. He's going to quick out to Endicott. Endicott's going to slow it down a little bit. He sees Martin. Martin for 3. He's got the open look, and that's in. Kobe Martin has continued his reign of terror on that basketball net. 32 seconds left. 25, the Bulldogs' biggest lead, up by 4. Adams to Young. Matheson drives in, elbow. Yes, sir. He gets called for the push, extension of the arm. Good job, JoJo Ballard. Turnover, 23.6 seconds left of the Bulldogs. Got a chance to expand that lead. Be smart here, boys. Be smart. Martin gets it across, picked up by Young. He's not going to get anywhere near him because he's got 3 fouls. Got Endicott, trapped by Hurd. And, there's a corner to Martin. Martin's going to drive in. It's going to be Bulldog. Oh, it's going to be a foul called on. Looks like Hurd. I thought it was going to be an out of bounds, but the refs are starting to tighten it up a little bit. So Hurd picks up his first. Bulldogs inbound with 6.9. Nope, correction. They're in bonus right now as Webb City with 5 total fouls. So Martin goes to the line. Even better. Oh, in, out. Misses. Just kind of ring around the rim and came right out. We'll take a put back here by Ballard or Endicott. Or a swish by Martin. 26-21, up by 5. Here comes Matheson. Endicott. Yep, and there's a nothing burger right there for you to eat as the Bulldogs defense shut it down. Bulldogs came from behind to take the lead, up by 5 going into the half. So good job by your Bulldogs to take the lead in a battle with the Cardinals for 3rd place. The championship game to follow, it looks like it's going to be Shawnee Mission and Link Academy. Shawnee Mission's been rolling through, putting up some serious points. Link, first game was pretty impressive, and then they barely squeaked by the Bulldogs last night. And a heartbreaker by the Bulldogs' hard-fought battle. So we're going to take a several-minute break. 9:44 left in the half. Your Bulldogs 26, Webb City 21. You're listening to the Carl Junction Boys amazing stream. We'll be right back. All right, Bulldog Nation, welcome back. Get into your seats, get strapped in, because you're in for another fun-filled half. It's always a good game whenever the Bulldogs and the Cardinals meet. It's always a better game when the Bulldogs lead at the half, 26-21. We got a minute and a half left, and we're ready for takeoff. Bulldogs trailed the first period, and a little bit of that second. Made a good comeback, switched things around a little bit. Took the lead and just expanded on it. Kind of caught the Bulldogs, or kind of caught the Cardinals there with their mouth open for a few times, and the Bulldogs capitalized on it and ran with it. So 5-point spread right now by the Bulldogs. They see if they can't build on it. Kind of came out a little bit flat in the first. Started ramping up the intensity a little bit towards the second. And the Cardinals, of course, come out high intensity. They've got a great defensive press, and they've got a trap that you'll see one test in the water. Next thing you know, you're surrounded by Cardinals. So hopefully the Bulldogs get after it a little bit. Looks like Deacon Endicott, Brian Hanks, Brody Pant, Maddox Shorter, and Rashad McDonald. Let's see who we got here. Got Young, Anderson, Turner, who is it? Adams, and Matheson. Bulldog ball at the half here, or start the third period. And here we go, clock's reset. I think I'm getting the book right here at the check-in table. Hey, assistant coach Bobby Wagner. I think there's comparing stats here, and just make sure everything's correct. Official delay here. Looks like Shorter is going to inbound to Hanks. It's going to be guarded by... Oh, okay. Just go up there and look at it. So we'll take here a few second break. Let them work out the bugs here on the book. We'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Looks like the book is corrected. Everything is good to go. Looks like the Bulldogs, the inbound on the opposite side. We got Maddox Shorter. Hanks to inbound it. Regarded by Carson Anderson. Turner and Adams at the top of the key, waiting for the ball to come across. And it's official. Third period started. Here's Hanks to Shorter. Back to Hanks. Hanks got the look for three. It's in the air. Oh, my goodness. And Hanks drops it from the sky. Just like that, the Bulldogs expand the lead by 8. Here's Turner at the top of the key, picked up by Pant. 7:37, third period. Bulldogs up by 8. Pant. Bounce pass to Matheson, guarded by Endicott. He's going to try to go up. He's got nowhere to go. Good defense by Endicott. Here's Young, drives in, kicks it to Turner. Turner gets shut down by Pant. He's trying to move. Pant says, come on through. You're not going anywhere. He's fighting, pushing, and he gets through. Oops. So 29-23. Good drive by Turner. Well defended. Just squeaks by. It's going to be a good hustle by Young. Gets the ball, but steps out of bounds. The ball goes out of bounds, so the Bulldogs are going to keep it. All right, inbound to Hanks. Hanks looks, coming off a three-point shot. Here's Pant. Pant for three. And it's in for three as Brody, Pant, and Hanks. The dynamic duel. Hit him back-to-back threes. Oh, where's my camera? Here's Turner. He's going to see Adams on the far side. He's going to drive in. He goes up for the layup. And it's going to be a foul as the ball goes pretty much into the pole, so it must have been tipped away. Let's see who that's on. 0, so Brian Hanks. Let's see what Hanks picks up here. He picks up his second. So the shot's no good as Adams. I'm sorry. Who is that? Yeah, Adams. Jackson Adams. Sorry, I said that. Didn't sound right. Shot for Adams is no good. We'll call that a good foul. 6:47 in the third period. 32-23. 9-point spread right now for the Bulldogs. Adams trying to chip away at that. Shot is good. Brings it 32-24 with 6:45 third period. Here comes Hanks. He goes to Shorter. Shorter gets across. Double team is McDonald. He's going to go to the corner to Endicott. Endicott's going to go baseline. He's just going to trip, fall down, lose it. Quick out to Anderson. Anderson and Hanks on the run. And that's good. Here comes Shorter. 6:23 third period. He's going to go baseline. Another turnover on the Bulldogs. Adams goes in for the shot, and it's good. Call a timeout, maybe? 32-28. The Cardinals shut that score down, 32-28. Here comes Hanks. Gets it to Shorter. Shorter drives in. Nowhere to go. Gets to the top to Hanks, to the Pant. Pant bounce passes to McDonald. McDonald drives in, layup. No good. Cardinals rebound. No, the Bulldog inside there. To the corner. Anderson's got the wide open look, and it is no good off the rim. Endicott with the rebound. 5:43 third period. Here comes Shorter. Subs checking in at the table. There's Hanks for three. It's in the air. No good. It's going to be tipped away by McDonald. Endicott comes down with it. Back to Hanks. So good tip by Endicott. Far side. Shorter. Surrounded by the big man. He's going to pedal out of there. Good idea. Here's Hanks. Hanks back to Shorter. Shorter's got the look. It's open. It's in the air. And it's in. Maddox Shorter. Just padding those stats from last night. 35-28, 5:06 third period. We got Martin, Ballard, and Vedix checking in. Spin move by Trey Turner. And it goes in. Just under 5 minutes in the third. 35-30, 5-point spread right now for the Bulldogs. Shorter on the far side. Going to drive in. He goes coast to coast. Layup. And that's in. Quick out down the court. Oh, man. And that's going to hurt. We might get us an injury here as Young picks up his fourth. On a hard collision with Rashawn McDonald, they collide, and his shoulder goes right into his cheekbone. So, full speed running, that's gonna hurt. Keep an eye on that young man. He's up and around though, doing well. I don't know about doing well, but he is up and around. He took one right in the cheekbone, so hopefully everybody's okay there. Ballard to Shorter, or Vedix in the corner. Vedix going to drive baseline. He goes up strong. No good, no call. G-Man-E. Here's Adams. Adams. Vedix and I can't remember who that was. That was that Pant. Running down the court, tipping out of bounds. So the Cardinals are going to inbound it. On the far side, on their side. 4:20, third period. 37-30 right now. Anderson's top, picked up by Shorter. Out to Matheson. Here comes Pant. Anderson drives in. Goes up for the layup, and it's good. Gets him to bite or fake. 32-37. Bulldogs lead by 5. Pant's going to drive in, hand it off to Ballard. Ballard for 2. Good ball movement as JoJo Ballard finishes with. Pant starts on that one. Here's Adams. To Hurd. Hurd got the short float. No good. It's going to be tipped out by Young or Matheson. Bulldogs are going to keep control of it. Shots in the air for 2 by Young. That's good. 39-34. Vidic controls the ball right now, brings it down far side. Here comes the trap. Oh my gosh. Turnover. Jumps, comes down with it. Bummer. So good trap by the Cardinals as Vidic tries to get rid of it. Comes down a little too far. Got some subs in for the Cardinals. Let's see. Several. We'll go over here in a second. Here's Hurd, or Trey Turner drives in, and it's going to be a turnover on Hurd. One too many steps, so it's going the other way as the Bulldogs get it right back. Turnover given for a turnover, so that's good. 3:19, third period, 39-34. Martin inbound to Shorter. Here comes Pan as Insurance. Far side to Turner, back to Shorter. Underneath the Ballard. Ballard's going to hit Pant. Pant had a look. He's got the side step. It's in the air. It's going to be short. It's going to be no good out of bounds. So 3:05 as the Cardinals are going to take over on that possession. Inbound to Turner from Matheson. Turner, spin move, trying to fade away jumper, and it's in. Got to give him credit. That was a good shot by Turner. Bring it to a 3-point game here. 2:50. Martin in the corner. Underneath wide open Pant. In for one. Oh, I'm sorry, in for two, and he's going to the chance for a 3-point play. Brody Pant goes up strong, and he takes a Cardinal with him. Pant goes to the line. We got Vidic and Ballard to rebound. 2:38, 41-36, up by 5. Got a chance to make it a 6-point game here. Pant is good. Get it in. Here comes Turner, full steam ahead. Ballard, Vidic pick him up, slow that down. Takes it back to the top, give it time everybody to get set up. Trying to spread out the defense a little bit. Turner goes to, who was one? Smith, to Hurd. To Turner. Good crisscross here, and it's going to be I think they call a foul on Turner as Ballard goes down. Nope, called on Ballard. Because Ballard hits the ground and just kicked him out of the way. He's fallen and fell into him. And Turner looking to get it in. He sees Hurd in the corner. Hurd for a quick three. It's going to be short, no good. No. Bad call by the ref there as goes out on the two Cardinals. Gets it into Hurd. Hurd's got the look. Here comes Shorter to block. Hurd changes his mind. Matheson. He decides to pull up the long three. It's going to be short. Vidic with the rebound. He hits Shorter on the run. Shorter's going to pull up the three, and it is no good. Look good from this angle. Just misses. 2:02, 42-36. Matheson's going to inbound to Turner with 2:02. Adams is going to check back in the game for the Cardinals. As who goes out here? Not sure who went out there. That might be. Oh no, there's Smith. I was like nobody's coming out here. Turner having a pretty good game himself. Doing a good job. He's got a pretty nice kind of a spin move, fadeaway shot that seems to be working. I'd keep using it. Near side to Adams. Adams for three. In for three. 42-39, 3-point game. Here comes Martin, who's going to overthrow Shorter as the Bulldogs giveaway rates up right now. Hanks and McDonald check in for Martin and Shorter with 1:39 left. Matheson, gets it into Turner, 1:35, third period. 42-39. Here comes Turner, picked up by Ballard. He's going to drive in, and Ballard's going to get him in. Oh! Gets the travel. That was all ball. It was probably a foul, but they called it travel, so let's see what they call here. Oh. So they changed that one, but not the other one. So foul on. So foul on. So let's see, who was that? McDonald got called for that. I think it was Ballard. It should have been his. Turner on the inbound to Matheson, of course. Gets it in for two. Got a 1-point game here. Hanks inbound by Vedix. Goes to Pant. Got those long passes are just scary sometimes. Pant's going to drive in. Runs into Johnson. He's going to see Vedix over here in the corner. Vedix is going to get trapped. And a hard foul pack foul by, looks like that's going to Matheson. Let's see. Nope, that goes to Hurd. That's 2 on Hurd. Looks like Young and Anderson check back in for Matheson and Hurd. Bulldogs to inbound on the far side. Looks like Vedix to throw it in. Looks like Hanks to catch it. Clock's running with 1:02 left. Third period up by 1. Here comes McDonald. McDonald up and around. It's good to see him after taking a. So a tip away and going to be another turnover on the Bulldogs. 53 seconds left. Here comes Turner. Got a chance to tie it or take the lead here. Well, he's going to spin move. He's going to dish it. And it's going to be out a throwaway on Turner and Johnson. They just couldn't meet there in the middle. So ball goes out of bounds. So the Bulldogs get a little bit of a gift there as he returns the favor of the turnover. Dan gets it into Hanks. 43 seconds left and running. Up by 1. Here's Pan. Near side to Hanks. Here comes the trap. Anderson. Big O reach. No call. Here's the Ballard. He finally gets the call, and that's going to be on. That might be Johnson. Let's see. It's going to be Johnson or Young. Looks like. So Young's done. He just fouled out. That should be 5. Into Vedix. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald near wing. Picked up by Anderson. Here comes Turner to help the trap. Vedix in the corner. Vedix got the look. He's going to drive in. Shot's no good. Ballard and Vedix go after it, and Ballard comes down for the 2. So good drive by Vedix. It's rough down there, folks. Both ends of the court. Letting them play. 4 seconds left. Here goes Turner. He's going to drive in. Yeah, Lee called on the foul on the way through. Now you're good. It's going to go. So let's see. Ballard. Nope, that was. Who was that? Oh, Ballard. Okay. Ballard picks up his second. Inbound. They're looking for that easy inbound here. Here it comes. And Pant just steals it. Pant goes for the long ball down the court. Off the back of the rim. And that's going to bring an end to the third period as your Bulldogs lead 44-41 over the Webb City Cardinals. We're rolling into the fourth period here. 8 minutes left in the game, so don't go anywhere. Take a quick bathroom break and get buckled in. You're in for a ride. We'll be right back to the Carl Junction Boys Streaming Network here in Carthage, Missouri. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the fourth period. 8 minutes left in the clock. Shorter, Hanks, Vedix, Pant, and Rashad McDonald back on the court. Here comes Turner, Johnson, Matheson, Anderson, and Hurd. It looks like it's going to be Cardinal ball to start the fourth period. Clinging right now to a three-point lead. Anderson gets it into Turner backcourt. Clock starts, and we're off to the races. Want to get something set up here as Turner points. Drives in. Here comes Matheson. Cross baseline. Hurt at the top by Hanks. You got Anderson. Anderson's going to drive baseline. He's going to travel. No call. Here's Turner. Drives in. Keeps fighting. Here comes help. Here's Matheson. Matheson for three. It's going to be off. Shorter with the rebound. Good, patiently waits it. Secures it. Now he's moving forward across the logo. Getting ready to run into a trap here. Pant, bounce pass to McDonald. He sees Shorter for three. And for three! Maddox Shorter is filling it. Having a great tournament right now. 47-41. Expands that lead by 6. 7:07 left in the game. Hurt drives in. Nowhere to go. He's going to get locked into a trap. Here's Anderson. He's going to try his thing. Call it! Anderson drives in. A no-call charge somehow. Gee, Here's Shorter, far side. Here's Pant. Pant gives it to Hanks. Hanks got it in the air. It's going to be no good. Matheson with the rebound, far side, or hit the far side to Johnson. Johnson decides he's going to drive it in. It's going to go out of bounds. Turnover on Webb City. Bulldog ball. Ball don't lie, makes up for the no call down there. Charge. Bulldogs hanging on to here to a 4-point lead now with a 6:34. Hanks brings it down nice and slow. Throws a big old rainbow to Shorter. Hanks for three. It's in the air. In for three. Brian Hanks is feeling it right now. The sophomore from downtown. And timeout. Webb City Cardinals. Your Bulldogs jump to 50-43 with 6:15. A 7-point spread. Timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. You're listening to College Action Boys Streaming Network here in Carthage, Missouri, as your Bulldogs fighting for third place, 50-43. We'll be right back. All right, hey, welcome back here. Time's ticking off the clock for the timeout. Webb City takes a timeout after a long ball by Hanks. Pushes it on up to 50. 6:15. Here comes Hanks, Shorter, Vedix, Rashad McDonald, and Brody Pant. Looks like Matheson, Anderson, Turner, Hurd, and Adams for the Webb City Cardinals. Gets it in backcourt. Clock starts at 6:14. Turner getting some instruction from the coach. He's going to drive in, dish it to Adam. Adam's going to drive in, trying to get somebody open here. There's Hurd for three. It's in the air. It looks good. Nope, it's going to rim out. Anderson gets the back. Let's see who that was on. On two. I guess Maddox Shorter picks up his second there. Instead of push, I missed it. Must have got a push in the back or a push somewhere. I didn't see it, so I saw Anderson go up, and he was kind of sandwiched between Bulldogs. Turner trying to get it in. He's going to go rainbow to Adams. Back to Hurd. Hurd in the corner. Adams near side or far side. Dribbles in. Hanks shuts the door. Here comes Hurd trying to get Turner or somebody open here. Yep. So Anderson drives in, loses the ball, goes down. Vedix might have got away with him with that sly look on his face. Helps Adams up, or Anderson up. Anderson goes to the bench, and looks like Smith checks in. 5:46 left in the game, 50-43. Just be patient here, boys. You are winning. Here's Hanks for three. Over the backboard, and it's going to be a turnover. McDonald comes down with it, but it goes over the backboard, so it's going to be out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Cardinals take over. Not a whole lot you can do on that one. Here comes Turner, drives in. He's going to keep it. He's going to lose it. He just... Is that really? So, hey, Turner drives in, loses it. Looks like he's going to been last touched by a Bulldog. Trying to get it in. He sees Adams for three from the corner. It's no good. Matheson with a good board by the big man. Turn spin, no good. This time McDonald rebounds, guarded by Hurd. Hurd backs off the press a little bit. Lets him get across, turns it back on. Hits Vidic in the corner. Vidic has got the open look. Off the rim. Rebound by Hanks. Hanks trying to find it out. They're shorter on this side. They're going around the top. Pant's going to drive in. Go back to Shorter. Shorter for three. And for two. Maddox Shorter from downtown. Charging long distance on that one. 53-43, up by 10 with 4:50 in the game. Vying for third place. Adams drives in. Goes to Mathis at the top. Picked up by Rashad McDonald. Tries to bump and grind. Nothing there. Here's Hurd. He's got a look. It's going to be off the back of the rim. It's going to be tipped. It's going to be tipped and out of bounds. This time it's out on Turner. So the Bulldogs get in. There's another timeout. Forced timeout by the Cardinals. Your Bulldogs with 53-43 with a 10-point impressive lead. We got a 1-minute timeout. We'll take a timeout here. You're listening to the College Junction Boys streaming network here in Carthage, Missouri. All right, enough laying around here. Let's go. Cardinals got a little break here. Coach is drumming something up. 9 seconds until we're off to the races here. Final few minutes of the game. 53-43 as your Bulldogs lead. Shorter Pant, McDonald, Vidic, and Hanks on the court. Johnson, Anderson, Adams, Hurd, and Matheson. 4:33. Young went to the bench. They must realize he had 5 fouls. They said 4, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. So he hadn't been back in, so I'd say they corrected it. Shorter to Hanks. Oh, read that from a mile away. Here comes Matheson for 2. So the Rainbow finally gets caught. Good press by the Cardinals is going to be a pass to Vidic. Vidic for 2. Good hustle by Maddox Shorter. Gets it down, hands it off to Vidic. Lands in his lap there. Well, it's got to find where you're at, too. Matheson to Anderson. Anderson near side. He's going to drive in. He's got nowhere. The shot's no good as Shorter goes up strong and just takes it from him. Here's Pant going coast to coast. He's not letting up. Reverse layup. A little too much gas on it. Adams runs into Vidic. Vidic slows that down. Hurd with the long shot. It's in the air. It's going to be off the rim. Anderson. Walk. Anderson at the top. 3:30 left in the game. 55-45. Here's Adams. Drives in. Goes to the far side. Guarded by Vidic. Oh, Vidic hooks him. Looks like Vidic might have lost his step there and hooked him a little bit. So that's, I think, 2 on Vidic. Let's see. 1 on Vidic. Inbound underneath their basket. Here comes Ballard in for McDonald. Here comes Martin in for Vidic. Ballard guard the inbound as Turner to throw it in. Here comes the easy oop they're looking for. Johnson gets it. He's going to go right up, and it's good. So good board by Johnson to fight for position on that. He stayed there. 55-47 with 3:13. Hanks to Ballard. Ballard to Martin. Martin for three in the corner. In for three. Martin. Kobe Martin. He deserves the full name treatment on that one. Here's Turner, drives in, short float, going to be no good. Martin with the rebound, hands it off to Shorter. Shorter putting the hammer down. He's going to go to the corner. Pants got the look. He's open. It's going to be no good. Rebound by Johnson. 2:42 left in the game. Here's Turner behind the back. Here's Matheson for three in the corner. He's going to overshoot it. Oh. Gets a favorable bounce on that one. He's even smiling. 2:28, 58-50. No reason to rush this. Here comes Shorter to Hanks on the far wing. Back to Shorter. They need to make sure these passes are on point right now. Gets it to Hanks. They're wasting some time here. 2:11, good. Shorter sees his chance. He's going to drive in. Actually, a great drive. Matheson meets him in the air. It's going to be a full throw to Young for two. Hanks, and it's going to be a timeout on the Bulldogs. So we're going to take a timeout here. 151 is head coach Court Hardy trying to get that third place win over the Cardinals right now. 58-52. Probably going to let them know, like, hey, boys, tighten up those passes and let's get this clock burned down. We'll take a second timeout. We'll be right back to the Crowd Junction Boys Streaming Network. All right, here we go. Welcome back. 151 left in the game. And here comes Shorter, Hanks, Pant, Ballard, and Martin. Should be Bulldog ball on the far side, and there goes Shorter to inbound to Hanks. Looks like Young's ready to cherry pick that. Nope. He's just pulling up his shorts, getting ready to run. Hanks going to dribble right in. Golly. They're looking for that soft pass. They got one of them. There's Hanks in the corner. He's got the look. It's going to be off. Over the back. Let's go. Yep. As Pant gets the push in the back on Johnson. So Johnson gets rung up for that one. Pant inbound. Pant not liking that. 138. 58-52. 6-point spread right now. Slow it way down here. Let's be smart here on the... Oh, my gosh. So tipped by Young into the backboard. We're going to do it again. Inbound. He looks. He sees Martin over here in the corner. He just pulls the trigger on the three. It's going to rim out. No good. Rebound by Matheson. Here's Turner. 1:31 left. Turner's going to drive in. He looks like he's going to go for the short floater. No good. Oh, my gosh. Goes out of bounds. Sit back in. Webb City Magic gets the roll in for 58-54. Here goes Shorter, drives baseline. Throws it, almost gets taken away. Hanks tries to hit Pan over the far corner. It's going to be a kick on Young. So Hanks to inbound for the Bulldogs. Looks like he'll go back court to Shorter. Going right into that trap. He's going to see if he can dribble through it. He goes to Ballard. Ballard to Martin. Martin got the open look. He's going to go back out to Shorter, burning that clock down. 50 seconds left. Here's Shorter. Drives in. It's going to be a foul. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. Thought there might be a foul, but looks like Hardy gets the timeout with 45.8 seconds left in the game. Bulldogs clinch into a 4-point lead, 58-54. We'll take a few second timeout. We'll be right back to the College Junction Boys Streaming Network here in Carthage, Missouri. All right, time's up on the timeout. 9 seconds on the left, and we're going to reset the clock to, I forgot what it was, 45 seconds. Here comes Ballard. Shorter, Hanks, Martin, and Pant with 45.8. Bulldogs hanging on to that 4-point lead. Bulldog ball on the far side. I say you just throw it all the way back to the, way back there. Get way back there. There you go. Burn a little time here. Shorter's going to drive in right into the trap. He's going to go to Hanks. Hanks, 39 seconds. Back to Shorter. Ooh, thought that was going to be a collision. There's Ballard looking for that outlet in the corner. Nobody there. Here's Pant. Pant's going to drive baseline. And he gets fouled by Johnson, I believe. Holden Johnson. Let's see. Johnson, number 11. Let's see what fingers they hold up here. Nope, that's going to be on. That's 6 on him. That's 5. Inbound to Pant. How they got 3? So Hanks goes up and just gets clobbered, comes down with it. Ball's going the other way with 20.7 seconds. Pant inbound with 20.7 seconds. Looks like the pressure's on here, looking for that quick foul. Pant, 17 seconds. They're looking for the foul. Hanks gets it across to Shorter. Shorter pulls it back out. He's going to get the, that's 7. Holy moly, I think Mason Young just set the record with fouls and got away with it. He's up to 7 fouls. They must have gave some away. Inbound to Shorter, 8-7. It's going to be a foul on Turner. Bulldogs with 7.5 seconds, a 4-point lead. Like they're going to hold on to it. Bulldogs came back out, started a little bit flat. A lot of turnovers, got out, rebound for a while, turned it on at the end. Get that cleaned up, and this has a lot bigger spread at the end. Shorter at the stripe. We got Martin and Ballard rebounding. First shot for Matty Shorter is good. 7.5, 59, 54. And it's in. 4 seconds. Here comes Turner. He's going to drive in. Let him go. Turner throws it down for a dunk at the end to make it 60-56. So the Bulldogs with the victory earned the 3rd place position in the Carthage tournament after a heartbreaking loss to Link yesterday. Good game by both teams. Always a good game. Good kids. They played with and against each other forever. The families know each other pretty well, so you can always expect a pretty good rivalry. Actually, a pretty clean game today, so good for all the boys on both sides. So 60 Carl Junction, 56 Webb City. I'm Brian Vidic signing off until the next game. Have a great day, and don't forget to hug your Bulldogs. Give them a call and tell them how proud of them you are.